pain, chronic pain, okay? All this started for me way before 2009 when I would get sick and my ex would say, "Oh, you're always sick." Well, it's because I was. I had people accuse me of being a hypochondriac. Well, this is what I had to go through. I found out I had allergies. I found out I had a bad back. I've been in 6 car accidents, so a lot of my neck and my back issues are from that directly. I had severe PMS. You know, the list goes on and on and on. Plus, I had a lot of depression because I was unhappy. And I think a lot of people who have depression is because they are unhappy. So, yeah, I got some allergies. So, once I finally left the marriage, I found out that no, I'm not a hypochondriac, that I actually have serious medical issues. And, of course, people will see me like, you know, walking around or doing dishes or doing things that anybody else can do. And then they would go in the little circle of friends and my relatives would go, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with Debbie. She was up and out and about." Well, it's because we do have some good time. We do have some bad days. And we have learned to work around that. And I always say, you know, if you really want to see me, be around me for 24 hours and then you'll see the whole story, right? But yeah, I do have, I can do anything anybody else can, but to a limit, and then I suffer that night, okay? So, yeah, a lot of my relatives, they were, you know, especially before the divorce, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with her. She's not disabled." Well, 3 doctors from Social Security said I was, okay? So this is what I would tell people. You're not a doctor. And I would tell people this too. You haven't seen my x-rays, you know? So now 4 operations later, they all shut their mouth. They shut their mouth. And I hope if any of you are looking at this, that you maybe one day apologize to me. Yeah, because people who are really disabled, they don't want to be construed as that, right? I have a couple of close people to me who are relatives who are disabled, and you would never know it looking at them until you've lived with them, you know? Because a lot of people will say, "Oh, you look young, you're still attractive." Well, what has attractiveness got to do with being in pain, people? Yeah, my sister-in-law, who I've always been kind of close to, she understands exactly what I've been going through because we talk about this a lot. And she said that people like us who, you know, don't have to have a wheelchair or anything, it's very hard for people to understand why we're parking in disabled parking or why we even have a placard. Those placards don't come easy, people. You just don't get them for, you know, a stumped toe. Yeah, and it's because we work harder. At my job, I try to work harder than the younger girls because I don't want them to ever come back and say, "Oh, well, we're giving, you know, her a little bit of leeway because she's supposedly disabled." No, I work twice as hard, and I know that my sister-in-law does the same thing. But I've also saw her in pain, and she's seen me in pain. Believe me, you can tell when someone is in pain. They'll be making their little faces or they'll be starting to moan. I mean, I'm a big moaner. I mean, at work sometimes people will turn around and say, "Are you all right?" Well, it's because I'm moaning. The moaning kind of takes away from the pain a little bit, maybe, okay? But yeah, you're going to lose a lot of friends. A lot of friends don't want anything to do with a cripple. You're going to lose a lot of boyfriends. I know my last boyfriend, he didn't want me parking in disabled. And I go, well, I am. Well, he didn't want me to park there. He didn't want to be associated with anybody who was disabled. Well, he's a creep. He's a creep. Yeah. So don't let anybody denounce what you are experiencing and what you are. Yeah, like I have the placard that goes on my mirror, and my ex said, why don't you just get the disabled tags? Well, I don't like that stigma. There's a stigma, you know, when you have those disabled tags. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons why we do things the way that we do. And the weather changing is a big issue with people in pain, especially if you have rheumatoid arthritis or any kind of arthritis. Like a friend of mine just hurt her leg, and I said, 10 years from now, you're going to have severe arthritis there. And that's what people don't understand. When you get hurt, or if you're in an accident, it's not going to happen all of a sudden. It's going to happen many years later. Like, yeah, when I was 16, I was in a really bad car accident where my head was split open, and I was in traction for a couple of weeks at Fairfax Hospital. Well, to this day, I still have reverse kyphosis. Look that up if you don't know what it is. I still have neck pain. I will have numbness going down this arm. It's because the nerves are compressed in my neck. My nerves are also compressed all the way down my back, which is what they call spinal stenosis, which is the narrowing of the nerves, which causes that numbness. If you are experiencing numbness, you need to go get an MRI, an X-ray, everything that you can, because that numbness just doesn't happen for no reason. It's because there's something medically wrong with you. And if you are in pain, I think I went to like 3 different doctors. I said, listen, I think I have a bladder infection. And they go, well, nothing's showing up. Then they'd give me antibiotics anyway. We'll come to find out, my back was hurting because I had a slipped disc and a herniated disc. So, yeah. Sometimes you have to get 4 opinions, people. Oh, my nose is itching terrible. Yeah, sometimes you have to get 4 opinions. Don't dismiss pain. Pain is there for a reason, to let you know something's going on, all right? So, y'all have a good day, and we're still in the pandemic. People are going crazy. They're going nuts. They're irritable. I was even irritable at work the other day. Yeah, people are just, you know, in a really bad mood, and I don't blame them one bit. All right, bye everyone.